Hey, how are you, replay viewer? Sorry, it took like 2 seconds to realize where I was. Hi, Gary! Hi, Gary! My Gary's entered the building! I love those bursts of hearts. Thank you so much. Hey, Gary, how are you? So, this is just a fun scope. It's probably going to be a quick scope, too. I'm really tired, but I needed to show up. Hey, Dylan! Hood, Psychic, you made it! That's exactly the question I was asking. I was like, oh my god, Dylan is here! Yay! How are you? It's been so long. How are you? I was telling Gary there's no content here. It's just gonna be a fun scope, most likely a quick scope, but I forgot to hashtag it. So, let me introduce myself really quickly. I'm glad you're great. My Gary. It's so nice to see you both in here. I hope your days are going well. You've had your lunch and you're eating healthy. So I just wanted to see you. So it's nice. I'm glad you're here. So my name is Coach Nachi, and I am your world-class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast called to serve those who want to live more like their unique selves. And your girl is tired today. Oh, thanks for inviting those followers. It's been a long day. My brother came in today from Chicago. So he came from like -3 degrees, -5 degrees. If Dr. Chevy was here, he would confirm. Yeah, long day. Okay, good. My day is just about to wind down. I'm really excited to like hit the sack. I'm so amped to go to bed. So he came in today and we were spending time together and I'm tired. I can't be coherent today, so I just thought I'd do something fun. If you have any questions about Zambia, I would like to answer them if I am able to. So we have 72 languages in Zambia. Last I checked, yeah, there were 72 languages. And I speak my mother's native tongue, something close to my father's native tongue. His actual native tongue is really difficult, so that's for the birds. Don't tell him I said that. But I speak Nyanja, Bemba. I understand them better than I speak them, but I speak those two, and then I took like Spanish and English and Chinese, so like, I'm fine. Well, I was born speaking English. What is the temperature? Okay, so it's actually in the 70s. At night, it goes to like 67 just to sleep comfortably, but it's mostly in the 70s, like 76, 72, 73. It's been really nice, and there's a breeze, so it feels good. It's not a stupid... I think I need to learn some different language because I find English very unnatural for me. Oh, what language would you want to learn? After I took Chinese, I wanted to learn German. So like for me, the next language is German. I couldn't tell you all. Yeah. So what language would you want to learn? I love that. That's awesome. A friend of mine is going to be learning German too, I think. Anyway, what language would you like to learn? What else? The people here are nice. The people here are kind. Something from Africa? Good. Swahili is a pretty popular one. Swahili is a popular language. You'll be able to understand the Lion King more. A lot of the words in the Lion King I kind of understand. Like nyama is meat, but maybe nyama means lion in Swahili. I don't know. What other words? There's some other words that like are very similar. Like Bantu typically means people in any variation of an African language. So in my mom's language, Bantu is people. Like Bantu Abuela is people have the people have come. Like people are here. What Abba mean? I love it. What's Abba? Abba? Which language is Abba? I don't know that one. You mean the band? What else? So, the people are nice, are kind, very friendly, super friendly. We're a peaceful country, so we're not in the midst of any wars or civil wars, and I think that's probably really important to know. Oh, the art, yeah, well, the artist is pretty good. Yeah. We're not in any wars or anything, so we're a peaceful country. Our second president, because we've only been free since 1964. We've been free since, hey, Mr. Relentless Jim Beach. how are you? Welcome to the scope. It's a no content scope. It's just talking a little bit about Zambia and my country where I'm at right now. We've talked about that it's 76. Hi, what's up? Bam. Thanks for that. And those bursts of hearts. Thank you so much for those. I appreciate you inviting your followers too. Y'all want to learn about Zambia? I was just telling the gang that there are 72 languages last I checked. The people are nice. The temperature here is like 70s and there's a cool breeze. We are in the rainy season. We don't really do summer, winter, spring, fall. I feel like even in our it's mostly rainy season or dry season or something season, but it's not so much winter type thing. What else? It's a peaceful country. The real Lorna. What up, the real Lorna? I'm so glad the real one came in, because there's some fake ones out there. Hey, Lorna, how are you? Let's see. There are several tribes. So in Zambia, we are divided, or I think I want to do... Hey, Lorna! I want to do spiritual channeling poetic session on Peru. Oh, Periscope. Yeah. There are fake ones? Good. I'm glad the real one is here, and I'm so happy you are here. Hey! There, we have a lot of tribes. So, for instance, there is a Bemba tribe. No worries, girl. No worries. Typos are from Turkey? Again. Hi for coming back in. Thanks for being here. How many languages are there in Turkey? In Zambia, there are 72 languages. And every person on the street knows about 2 to 4 languages. 2? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Zambia has 72. 3. Okay, cool. Zambia is the size of Texas, and we have about, 72. We have a lot of languages. I'm pretty sure maybe that was like dialects or something, but we have a lot of languages, and on average, the people speak 2 to 4, and it's actually Turkish, Kurdish, and Arabic. Oh, cool. Very cool. I didn't know that. Thanks for that, Peak. Peak, what's your name? Unless you want me to call you Peak, what's your name? Yeah, 72 is quite a lot. And most of every single person in the street speaks about 2 to 4. I was going to say 3. Ozan? Okay, hi Ozan, how are you? Welcome to the scope. Welcome back to the scope. That shows how smart y'all are, right? I mean, you have to communicate with people, and a lot of people didn't go to school to learn these languages. You just kind of pick it up to survive. Because if your neighbor over here speaks Lozi, and you speak Tonga, and the person over there speaks Bemba, and that person over there speaks Nyanja, like, you have to figure it out, because you don't know what language the person selling you whatever it is they're selling you speaks. Speak some? I will. I was speaking some before you walked in. So I was talking about how in most African tongues, the word Bantu means people. So B-A-N-T-U. So in my mom's language, Nyanja, I speak 2. Nyanja and Bemba. I guess in English, because English is a language too. You know, some African princes and kings must know how to communicate with every tribe. Maybe, or they have maybe advisors who help them. Apparently, there's like a surface level of a language, and then there's a deep level of the language. The deep level is mostly to like the natives, where they can go in, but there's a surface level that you just kind of learn to get by in life. So I was saying, if I say Bantu Abuela, I actually said that in like an American accent. Bantu Abuela is, I still said that in an American accent. Dang it. Anyway, Bantu Abuela is like people have come, like they're coming, they're here. So when you guys invite your followers and the number starts to grow, I say, oh, Bantu Abuela. People have come, like people are coming. What would you like me to say? Like, I'll say something for you. In my dad's language, Abantu Valaisa. I think I actually said people will be coming. Can you say, hey, how are you, Periscope? Okay. In my mom's language, Periscope Mulibwanji is Periscope, how are you? In my dad's language, Periscope Mulishani. So Periscope, how are you? So in my parents' languages, and I want to say most of the languages here, we 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 use honorifics. There is no success in the comfort zone. Jesus Christ. See, that is something deep, Jim. Like, that's really deep. That would be like deep, deep language. Let me see. How can I say this? Sunga. That's my mom's language. Sunga. Sunga chite vintu. Ngati ulibe mutima. I did it. It was pretty bad. Sunga chite vintu. Ngati ulibe. I know Nyanja, Bemba, English, Chinese, and Spanish, formally. 5. Yeah, so sunga chite vintu, ngati ulibe mutima. So I just said you can't do things if you don't have heart. I don't know what success is in my mom's language, or what success is, or what courage is in my mom's language, but that's my best way of saying that. In my dad's language, oh boy, that's even hard. Hey, LN Transor Jr., how are you? You know Russian? That's awesome. I think Russian is such a fun language to hear. What else? English is spoken here, by the way, especially in the city. So if you ever come to visit, you should come visit. They will speak English. Hey, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you being here. Hey, Abby. How are you, Abby? How are you? We're just talking about easier than English. Really? How? How is Russian easier than English? Hey there, Abby. How are you? I'm just sharing a bit about Zambia and the Zambian culture, really more so Zambian languages. And I said a couple of things, so if you'd like me to say something in one of my languages that I know from here, I will be glad to do that. Or if you have any questions about the Zambian culture, I'll do my best to answer that too. So we have several tribes here, a lot of tribes. So each tribe has about 2 or 3 languages dedicated to it. So for instance, English is one of the most complex. This is true. That's very, very true. That's very, very true. Even like when it comes to pronunciation, English is difficult. I'm really happy that I was born speaking it, because learning it is just a feat. Too much. So for instance, my dad's tribe is cousins with another tribe. So they speak that language almost simultaneously. Like growing up, you learn those two at the same time. And then obviously with English, so you're learning 3 languages at the same time. And then he speaks my mom's language also. It's broken, but he still speaks it. My mom speaks one of his languages, and the other language, the deeper one, is hard for her because it's just a harder language. What else? When I speak the languages from my country, people have like sneaky smiles on their faces because I guess I say them wrong. Whatever. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, right? You guys have any questions? Any questions about Zambia? The weather? The people? Okay, that's totally fine, Jim. Thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate those hearts and your presence. Thank you. Foods and culture. The food here is really good, Abby. I had, the food here is, there's a lot of good vegetarian dishes. Hey, Preach McFadden, how are you? Hi. Yeah, Abby, the food here is really good. It's super tasty. There's vegetarian options, and it's yummy. There's a lot of organic food. A lot of the stuff is grown in either your backyard or some farm somewhere, but it's not so much GMO stuff. There is actually quite a bit of curries. For the longest time, I thought samosas were a Zambian thing because we have a lot of, we have quite an Indian influence. So there's curries, but then there's also just a lot of like soup curries in the Zambian culture, and they're so delicious. Like, they're good. If you ever come to Zambia, your belly will be well taken care of. We do have a staple food, and our staple food you eat with your hands. So eating is a very intimate experience. Food just tastes better when you eat with your hands too. Culture-wise, the people are really nice. You could just be living your life walking around in the streets, and people will be joking with you as if you know them from back in the day. Got a few friends and they love to use their hands to eat. Yeah, it's good. I've known some people who eat rice with their hands and they're like, it just tastes better. And I'm like, all right. But, yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I can't believe I didn't talk about food. But the food here is really delicious. Super delicious. And we eat it with the staple food, which is nshima. It's made out of water and cornmeal, maize meal. Variety, yeah. There's a range of variety of food. There's a lot of vegetables. Like I said, it's very vegetarian friendly and it's tasty too. There's when it comes to meats, there's different ways to cook the meats, different tastes for the meats. We have, if it's chicken, we have this thing called village chicken. A village chicken is basically a chicken that is not is not taken care of. It's a chicken that you just allow to run around freely, and it finds its own food, and it's a sturdy chicken. Free? It's not free. It's okay. It is a free range chicken, but it's more so like you don't take care of it. You just get a chicken and you set it off into the wild, and it feeds itself, it fends for itself, so it's lean, and it's eating foods that make sense to it. So it's a healthier type of chicken, I guess you could say, and it's by far it is the tastiest chicken, but it's also like the toughest chicken. The meat of a village chicken is tough, but it's delicious. Not tough, so tough, but hey James, how are you? I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? It's so nice to see you here. The meat is tough, but it's still really good. It's still really good. I like it. Thank you so much, Abby, for those hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. The food is really delicious. I wish I could show you guys snaps, but I mostly post them on my Snapchat. I know culturally, one of my mother's in-laws came over, and they brought a chicken. Because that's a thing that you do. You are so blessed and highly favored, and I 100% agree, James. And thank you for blessing my scope. Yeah, so there's lots of little traditions like that where when you're meeting your in-laws for the first time, or the first time that you've been invited to their home, or when the first time they come to your home, or when you have a child, what you're supposed to do, when you get married, what you're supposed to do. There's lots of like cultural stuff that happens, and some of it's fun. Like I know when my sister, and thank you, I am blessed and highly favored. Hey Terry, hey Terry, hey Terry, hey Terry, how are you, Terry? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know for my sister's wedding, there's a part, hey Terry, there's a part where you roast the bride and groom after they've married in front of both families. So you roast them, the families congregate, and the bride and groom sit somewhere. And everybody kind of just says all the negative things that they've ever wanted to say to the bride or the groom. But in order for you to do so, you have to pay them money. So at the end of the day, the bride and the groom wind up with a nice lump of cash, but then also like red faces and in anger and embarrassment because they just got told on by, yeah, it's pretty negative. Yeah, it's like juicy secrets because you're like, oh my gosh. What? But then it's like too late to say I don't want to marry this person or allow this person to my family because, well, you had the wedding yesterday. Average age of getting married? That's a good question. I really don't know. I couldn't say, but I know that after you finish, in some families, after you finish high school as a lady, marriage is not a thing that's not off the table. That's a time when the grandmothers start asking, like, so when are you getting married? You're done with school now, so. And it's kind of like, no, I'm going to college, university, okay, but, you know, when are you getting married after that? So there's still a lot of that from, like, oh, would I have a traditional Zambian wedding? Yeah. Yeah, the dating life, it's pretty tough in Kenya. It's pretty tough in Kenya. Have you been to Kenya, Abby? Are you from Kenya? The dating life, I don't know what the dating life is in Zambia, but people get married, so they must be dating or something. Oh, you are from Kenya. Hey, Kenya. Hey, neighbor. How you doing? How is the dating life in Kenya? You let me know. Tell me about that. I'm nosy. Tell me. As you know, this is a no content scope. I'm really just talking a little bit about Zambia. It's been a really busy day, and I wasn't able to. I didn't want to deliver content feeling too tired, but I did want to come on and share a little bit more about myself. So, my name is Coach Nachi, and I'm your world class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast. Today, I'm just a girl from Zambia, scoping in Zambia, talking to you about my culture and what I know of it and what my experience has been of it. I like the traditional weddings here a lot. I like that the bridal party and the groom party, the bridal party is the entertainment. So when you're a bridesmaid or a groom, you have to entertain the guests. So you learn dances. You typically around 2 dances. The bride and groom learn 1 dance. I think you learn actually like 3 dances. There's outfit changes. There's money that's given. There's knife dances. Hey, how are you, Minnie Mouse? How are you? I didn't see you come in. How are you? Thanks for inviting your followers. Wow, that's sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, so there's a lot of dancing, a lot of joy, a lot of fun. There's a part. Thanks for inviting your followers, naturalists. Thank you. There's a part in the wedding where you have a knife boy. No, of course. Thanks for coming through and like inviting your followers, Minnie Mouse. I like your profile picture. That's Snapchat. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a part where the knife boy or the knife girl, typically a knife boy, but it's become knife girl, where this is the star performer of the entire wedding, really. This is the one where you really have to get a good one. It's a child, typically under the age of maybe 15, and this person, they can be 6, 7, 8, 14, whatever, and they have the knife. Basically, the knife boy is exactly as it sounds. It's a boy that carries the knife, and he carries it to the cake and hands it over to the bride and groom to cut the cake. But this is the high point of the wedding ceremony, the reception, because this knife boy dances. I went to 4 Kenyan weddings while I was in Ooh, James, you went to Kenyan weddings? What was that like? What was the most fun thing that you witnessed in the Kenyan weddings that you were like, oh my god, this is awesome. I want to hear it. So yeah, the knife boy just dances his way to the cake. And the thing about it is you want to milk the dance for as long as you can. Because, hey, God Give, how are you? Hey, welcome to the Scope. It's a no-content Scope. It's been a really busy day. I told you earlier we picked my brother up from the airport and we've been dancing. Yeah, I think a lot of African weddings, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth on this one, but I'm going to say a lot of African weddings, the dancing is the fun part. So if you're ever invited to be in the bridal party of an African wedding, be prepared to dance. Don't be shy. I'm shy. You look silly. You might as well just dance and do what you gotta do. Yeah, the knife boy, you want to elongate your knife dance, because the longer time you spend dancing and the more you like give it in the dance, the more money you get, because people from the crowds, the audience and the bride and the groom, like anybody, will run up to you and just give you all this money. And typically the knife boy will have will have a parent or some sort of person who'll be picking up the money, but people will come, oh, it's fun. It is fun to watch because the kids be killing it, as they say in the movie. The kids are crazy. Like, they do all sorts of pop. Like, it's good. I'm like feeling like I want to dance now. Yeah, so there's someone picking up the money off the ground for them. They make mad bank because people are dropping 50s, 10s, 20s. Oh, I should have shown you the money. Oh, rats. Next time I do a Zambia scope, I have to show you the money. I know I'm going to show Snapchat the money, but I want to show Periscope the money too. So, what am I saying? Yeah, they get a lot of money. People will come in, put the money in your hair, put the money in your clothes. You get money. There's a lot of money to be made around weddings. You get roasted after, you get money. If you're dancing really well with your partner, if you're in the bridal party, people come up to you and put money in your clothes. You get rewarded for dancing well. Any other questions? The food is good at the weddings too. It's pretty typically a buffet. The weddings are typically all day affairs as well. Church in the morning and then a lunch break. And then the reception is where you have your dinner and the dancing and the entertainment. And they go late. There's a huge culture of wedding crashing too. Like, and it's not of randoms. Well, it could be randoms, like that person that you went to high school with or whatever. But people want to celebrate. I've never been to an African wedding, but I really want to. Girl, you better get yourself, yes, come, find an African wedding and gate crash, like crash it. Hey Mai, how are you? Welcome to the scope. It's a no content scope. I'm just having a bit of fun and sharing a little bit about my culture here. So thanks for popping in. I know you saw the title, so thanks for coming in anyway. What did you eat today? Hey sister. Oh, okay. Today I actually had the most, I've been eating a lot of nshima, which I was telling is basically made of 2 ingredients, water and cornmeal. It's our staple food here. It goes with every meal you ever make. I went to the Kenyan... Hey, Sage! Thanks for joining. Kenya Calm Church. There are 600 native Kenyans there for 10 years. Wow. Wow. Thanks for coming back in, James. Sage, get that T out of my name. What was the question? Today I had the most American stuff today. There's a restaurant here called Hungry Lion, and they have some really good chicken and fries. I had that. Yeah, water and cornmeal. Yeah, but you cook it. The tea ain't running. The tea needs to leave and be ixnayed. What about religion? Only Christians? That's a good question. No, so it's majority Christians, I will say. Our second president, as I was saying earlier in the scope, but I didn't actually finish my thought, so thanks for bringing that back up. The second president that we had, he declared Zambia to be a Christian nation. However, we do have other religions, obviously. Other faiths practice as well. But I think for the most part, most people that you meet in the streets are going to be Christian. Of all sorts of denominations, Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventists, Catholics, Pentecostals, a whole slew of different types of Christians. I also had a meat pie. So, naturalist, my favorite food is a meat pie. And they don't have those in the U.S. So, whenever I come home, I'm always like, I need a meat pie now. Oh God, Sage, so good. Yeah, a meat pie. You're missing it. You're missing, meat mixed with... Okay, so pie in the U.S. is typically sweet. I don't like sweet pies. A meat pie is there's crust, not sweet crust, just a bread crust, and it's meat inside it. Just like beef cubes, tender beef cubes, and they're delicious. American Pie. I don't know what American Pie is. You mean the movies? American pies are sweet pies, I found them to be. But the pies here are savory. Meat pie is a savory, delicious pie. I wish I could have shown you, but I eat it all. Any other questions? No, I mean real pies. I've never had... It's a meat pie is like a pot pie, except it's not so juicy. It's not so wet and soupy. Yeah, over here it is kind of different. Wait, and over there, where you are. Hey, Demi Jewel, how are you? I'm glad you popped in. It's a no-content scope, but I'm just sharing a bit about my culture. We've talked a bit about weddings and food. Yesterday, though, naturalist, I will say I ate a fish. Oh, God, it was so good. That's the best meal I've had since I came. Hey, I'm so glad. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Any different animal meats? Yes. Hey, Mr. Proctor, the Heartman has arrived. We do. Wait, I'm sorry, what was the question? Do we eat anything other than animal meat? Are you staying with your family there? Yes, in a way. Yes, I am. But kind of, not really. Do you eat any different animals' meat? Yeah. I am staying with my I am Zambian. I am a Zambian lady. Can you drink the water in Zambia? Oh, that's a good question, right? I haven't tried it. I don't. I mostly drink bottled water. This is my one right here. I don't even want to try it. I don't want to risk it. Come, Demi. Come to Zambia. We're a good, peace, fun-loving, group of people. West Africa so far. Girl, you need to come to South Central Africa. People here are so nice. People here are so nice and they're so funny. You just be walking around the streets shopping and someone start cracking jokes with you and you're like, we don't know each other, but like you might as well have, maybe in a past life, because it's just that intimate here. It's really, like, people are super. You do sukos? I don't know what sukos is. Is that like a West African food? Someone asked a question. Yeah, there's chicken, there's Zambia. Yeah. There's chicken, there's different, like the village chicken, there's quail. There's obviously there's beef, there's, where races are there. Okay, I went to that. There's impala, buffalo. Yo, there's so much meat. Steak. Like, I'm just naming meals now. Steak, T-bone. Is Zambia a place? Yes. Zambia is a place. Zambia is a place in South Central Africa. Dance from Congo and surrounding countries. Oh, okay. I don't think it's. Is it a traditional dance? If it is, we have a different. Oh yeah, no, that's where I'm from, Sage. I'm Zambian. So Zambia is a place in South Central Africa. We're a landlocked country. 72 languages. Most people in these streets speak about 2 to 4 languages. I'm actually gonna say 3 to 4 languages. I speak Nyanja, Bemba, and English from here, and in the U.S. I speak Spanish and Chinese. Yeah, I'm from here. I'm from here. If there's anything you want me to say in one of my native tongues, that you're from the U.S., I know my accent, right? Yes, Demi. Let's follow each other. If you want me to say something, oh no, why's your phone dying? I'm saving to do a year abroad. I'm thinking of doing it in Africa. Do it. Zambia will treat you well. Like, people here are just fun, like, and funny too. Like, you just make friends that you'll never see again, but like you make friends. It's awesome. I love my people. I'm really proud to call them my people. I had no idea you were from there and living there. I'm here now. I left for Zambia about a week ago. Africa is a beautiful place, man. Thanks for coming back, Mr. Proctor. Africa is a beautiful place, and Zambia is one. Hey, Mr. CEO Ernie Perry. Hey, Ernie. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, beautiful country. Yeah, I'm visiting until around next year. I love Africa too, even though I've never been there. I think it's gorgeous. Minnie Mouse. I'll be in Ghana in March. Oh, that's awesome. I've been showing some snaps of, hey, Mr. CEO Ernie Perry. Hi. Thank you. How are you doing? How am I? I'm good. I feel really good. I feel tired, but I feel good. Thanks so much. How are you doing? I think I missed a comment. Oh, I missed it. Good. I'm so glad you're well. Thanks for hopping in. I really appreciate you being here. Never been to Africa before. Yes, it's good. He's Ashanti. Ooh, is he? How long did I live in the U.S.? Welcome to Zambia in Zambian languages. Okay. How long did I live in the U.S.? I've lived in the U.S. for a long time. A very, very long time. Well over 15 years. So I spent my formidable years in there. It is sunny. Right now it's like in the 70s. 76 degrees, 73 degrees. There's a nice breeze. It's supposed to be minus 19 here on Sunday, northwest Iowa. Oh, that's so sad. My brother just landed today and he was like, I left there and it was -3 in Chicago. So he came to like nice, hot, warm, breezy weather. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Like, it's so green. It's the punch in the face of green. It's in the 70s. Yeah, no, it's really nice. Yeah, people on my snaps have been like, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of you. And I'm like, well, that's my backyard. It's just green here and it's nice and hot. I'm like, I'm sweating, guys. And they're like, I'm freezing cold. Yeah, it's cold in Chicago. Are you in Chicago, Terry? Must be late. Yes, it is. It's almost maybe 10 p.m. actually. Welcome to Zambia. Oh my god, how do you say welcome? How do you say welcome? I know how to say hello. Ati, okay. Welankoning ku Zambia is come to Zambia. So, went outside and was 5 minutes and my fingers got numb. It was so What's the population? That's a good question. 15 million, I'm pretty sure by this point. 15 million. 15 million people. And I'm living in the capital city. And it's not as crowded as Lagos, but your girl doesn't leave home too much, so. But it's really a beautiful place. Like if you're gonna go to an African country, come to Zambia. That is a lot of people. It's the size of Texas, Mr. CEO Ernie Perry. It's the size of Texas. Zambia is. How much is land there? Dimmy, that's a good question. That's a good question. Which is the capital city? It's Lusaka. Lusaka is the capital city. Land is most likely cheap because it's about what? It's about location. Yeah. Land, but otherwise, when you think you sell land in Ghana, so I'm always interested. Girl, I like that. That is smart. Girl, I get it. It obviously depends on location, but what I was gonna say was scope on the economy next time you're out tomorrow. Yeah. Well, I'll give you a little bit. I think as far as it is now, the exchange rate is $1 is equal to roughly 10 kwacha. I need to show you the money. You want to see the land? Terry, do you have a Snapchat? Because on Snapchat, I'm showing a whole lot of gorgeous stuff. And the land, like I showed, the land here, our earth, is a terracotta color. My best friend is African, and whenever she goes back, she always brings me pictures and stuff. Yeah, that's a good friend. She's trying to make you jealous, though. Go with her next time. Come on. What's holding you back? Go with her. Our land here is a beautiful terracotta color, which is this orange, reddish earth. So, hey, God Give, welcome back. How are you? It's this orange, red earth, and it's really pretty. It's really pretty. Don't know how to use it. Arms confusing. Those yellow codes. She's really making me jealous. I'm all types of jealous. Girl, it's time to hop on that. You better use her. You have an African friend, you better use her. Hey, I'm coming to your place. I'm staying with you. Seems. Oh shoot, what were we saying? Yeah, it's $1 to 10 kwacha. And I'd have to show you some stuff. But let's say a burger costs maybe 56. That was a big burger too. Like a double-decker burger costs 56 kwacha, which is roughly $5.60, and that's with a drink and fries. So if you take out the drink and fries, you're paying like $3 for like a massive burger. Movies on the expensive days. Thank you so much for inviting your followers and coming back in too. Yeah, the dollar is strong. So if you're looking to buy land, Demi, that's what I'm saying, girl, you on it. It depends on location, but even then, I mean, it's going to be cheaper than it would be in the U.S. We have black dirt in Iowa. It's is that miles or inches? It's 4 inches deep, 4 feet deep, 14 miles from me. Wow, that's a good deal. Yeah, it's a super good deal. Yo, James, I'm so embarrassed. I never know what the apostrophe or the double, like, the quote is. Can someone tell me? You can rack up there. Yeah, you really could. But, like, I'm cheap. I'm not going to even lie. Like, I'm not going to front. When I'm here, my mental state goes into, like, Zambian mode. So, for instance, some people make, say, 2,000 kwacha a month. That's about $200 a month. Yeah. So, I'm gonna just let that sit. Some people make 2,500. That's still $250 a month. The living is different. It is different, but then it's also honestly an expensive city. If someone is living on 2,000 kwacha a month, here the airtime, the way phones work is it's pay as you go. So everybody has a pay as you go contract, and you remember how pay as you go was just a huge ripoff because you're speaking for 5 minutes and you spent X amount of money. So like, now they have it. It is still poverty. It's still like well below the poverty line. The city is expensive. The city is expensive. I think it's difficult for you to even take someone. Like, I'm really curious about how people date here, because where you gonna take somebody? It costs you a lot of money to just order a meal. So when you think of how you make 2,000 kwacha a month, and that's $200, and it costs you $5.60, 556 kwacha to get a nice meal for yourself. That's 100 kwacha for a meal for 2 people. That's expensive. Yeah, it's $10, but like, you're only making $200 a month, you know? I missed that comment, I'm sorry. We talked about weddings. Weddings are a blast here. Weddings are a super blast here. They're amazing, they're fun. What do you do there daily? Me personally, I am the worst person to ask that. But I will describe a person's typical day. They go to work on the bus, or they drive to work. Here in Iowa, my truck driving job pays $12.50 a week. Hey Jimmy, I see. I didn't even see you pop in. Hey, how are you? I didn't even give you a warm verbal hug. Hi, Jimmy. Yeah, that's bank. Have I been to? How many weddings have I been to? That's a good question. Ernie, Perry. I don't know where I got Bernie from. Typical day. I don't have a typical day, but people will have lunch. People will break for lunch. If you're getting your hair did at the salon, like, it is not uncommon for your person to be like, I gotta go eat, and you respect that because people gotta eat. Then they continue your hair. So that's something, and then you're home in time for dinner. What was the question? How many weddings have I been to? As a kid, I was a flower girl at a lot of weddings. So I got the flower girl roll down pat. 100 hearts for every question, guys. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, Terry, thanks for that. That's a really good one. What Terry said. As an adult, have both of my phones on Periscope. It goes in and out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is it this broadcast? I thought the thing I got would be better. I appreciate you having both of them on, though. Traditional spirituality called. That's a good question. Let me see if I can remember it. CEO Ernie Perry. Yeah, Naturalist is good. Yeah, as an adult, I've been to one wedding as a guest, and one wedding as a member of the bridal party. So, as I was telling you earlier, like, the bride, like, there's lots of tradition around, you know, big events like marriage. So, like, after the bride and groom get married, there's like a roast where the bride and groom take center stage. It's the Wi-Fi. Okay, good. I'm doing my best over here to have a good connection. I did everything I could. Those hearts, those pink hearts, those chocolate hearts, those teal hearts I saw earlier. Thank you so much for those. I've been to the bride and groom get roasted. They sit center stage somewhere, and the bride's family's there, and the groom's family's there, and everybody goes up and like gives them some money, and then they just rip. They just say, you didn't do this one time, or you did that, and I still remember this, and she should know this, or like, your husband should know this about you, and it's like, oh my god, it's intense, but it's like fun, but then it's also like, oh my gosh, and you can't back out of the family joining together because you got married yesterday. What you gonna do, divorce? What else? What was the question? Got her on my Saturday. Thank you so much for coming through, Naturalist. I really, really appreciate you spending time with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, they are honest, and they're funny. Yeah, they're very, very funny. Thank you so much, Terry. I really appreciate it. Yo, Terry has great scopes on health and just natural lifestyle. So, Terry, before you leave, throw some emojis so that people know who to go to for that stuff, because she's a beast at it. My Snap handle, it's this. I write it down. It's Yongo10. The spiritual system. Thanks for that. I knew there was something I missed. Do you see that? That's YONGO10. That's Naturalist. That's the lady that you want to follow on health tips, especially as you enter your new year. You got it? I hope you screenshotted it. I'm taking it away now. Okay. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes. Lots of snaps of like my family and just fun stuff and the country. It's beautiful. The spiritual system. There's the majority is Christianity. I'll be using hormones soon. Oh, okay, that'd be interesting. Are you going live today, by the way? There are red hearts. Hey, wow. Purple hearts. Wow. Green. Stop it. Distracting. I mean, don't stop. Continue. But I'm gonna look at them later in the replay. The spiritual system we have. Oh, discussing hormones. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Cool. Cool. Thank you, Mr. CEO Ernie Perry. Thank you. Thank you so much. The ancient system or the religious, spiritual system. Used to, I don't know, hunter-gatherer society. Is that what you mean to me? Is that what you mean? Spiritual. Okay. Mostly animals. I'm gonna say animals. Before the colonialists came in, my mom tells me it was, animals. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really believe you will find great, great value in that, Terry. No, not slaughter. Spirit. Before Christianity came in and the other religions, it was a spirit. So thank you, naturalists. Thank you so much for that. I know you will find great value on that list. It's amazing. For instance, a lot of our childhood stories are about animals that are really smart, like the hare. The rabbit is a big one in my culture about who's smart and how to be better, or also like the trickster. He's a huge trickster. He's a huge trickster. This guy's too smart. Kalulu. That's what we call rabbit in my dad's language anyway. Kalulu. Animals, yeah. They really are. And then there's this a name that's really popular in Zambia, or at least in Bemba circles or Mambwe circles, is Mulenga. So, growing up, everybody knows Mulenga because Mulenga is like that boy. In every story, there was a boy called Mulenga or a girl called Mulenga. I have a cousin called Mulenga. And, like, every story is about Mulenga. And there was a song called, Mafiga yenu mwakwata vana Mulenga, vaechi ye, which is basically like, oh my god, mother of Mulenga, you have a great body. So here, when you have children, you are identified by that role. You're identified by your firstborn child's name. So if your firstborn child's name is Sarah, as a woman they'll call you Vana Sarah, so mother of Sarah. As a father, as a man, they'll call you Vashi Sarah, father of Sarah. So when you're introducing Sarah, people are like, oh, Sarah, because it's like you're popular before you even know you're popular, because everyone calls your parents Vana Sarah or Vashi Sarah. They do it in Kenya too? Yeah! Alright, yes. Someone was in here. Abby, are you still in here? Oh no, she left. Abby, there's a girl in here who is from Kenya. It would have been cool for her to come, like, share a little bit about that. Yeah, so those hearts are so pretty, by the way. My goodness, that rainbow is beautiful. You guys are showing so much love to this no content scope. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending time with me on your lunch breaks or whatever that is for you. Thank you. What else? If you want to tell someone you like them or you love them, you say Nikukonda maningi. That's my mom's language. I think in my dad's language is Nilekutema. Oh, I just messed that up. Food is delicious, Demi. Food is delicious. You can't go wrong with food here. It's mostly vegetarian. Lots of good meat options too, like lots of game meat if you have the money to afford it. How many languages do I speak? I speak English, Bemba, Nyanja, and then Spanish and Chinese. So about roughly 5. I dabbled in Korean, but I'm not even gonna try and say like, yeah, I speak Korean. No. Um, After Chinese, I wanted to learn German because that's what like the Chinese people are learning. So I'm like, yeah, that's the way to go. Thank you. Yeah, I loved learning Chinese. It was awesome. People here mostly speak to about 2 to 4 languages. They speak a lot of language. Hey, Mitty, you still here? Yes. Yes, boo. No, thank you. I just really like languages and like giving myself hassle for no reason. Um, but, yeah. So, yeah, most people here speak more than one language anyway, because you have tribal cousins, and some of the languages are very similar. So, for instance, my mom's language and my dad's language, I almost have to sing a song. It's like a rhythmic song, starting from like the most basic word to know what language I'm about to speak. I need you handling my international accounts. Okay, girl, I'll do it. Yeah, it's great fun speaking languages. So in my mom's language, Nyanja, I'm learning Dutch. Oh, I'm so jealous. I want to learn Dutch. How are you finding it? How are you finding the pronunciation and like the writing? Like what level are you at, Midi? Midi. um, in my mom's language, Nyanja, Mulibwanji. We use, the respectable stuff. In my dad's language, Mulishani. So Muli is the same. So I'm like, okay, what? I wasn't poking my nose. I was like lifting my glasses. I was like, what language am I speaking right now? So I started from Bwanji. Oh, Bwanji, ni chabe bueno, meaning, oh, hi, how are you? I'm just doing fine. Oh, Shani, tulifia wino. Sorry. It's really weird. I always say the 2 languages I don't like are Dutch and German. Shut up! Are those the languages that you speak as well? Like, what languages do you speak? That's awesome. I mean, it sucks that you don't like them. I like them. Why don't you like them? Demi, spill the tea, girl. No? Girl, why don't you like them? What's the tea on that? What's going on? James, what languages do you speak? I want to know. I want to know a little bit about you. And, okay, well, let's see. I just began, but I find that pronouncing it are easy, and I Skype with my Dutch friend, so it helps. Oh, that's really good. Look at you. Okay, that's good. Are you also learning to write, or English, French, patois, and a little Spanish? Okay, you talking about me being international. Look at you. You got French. French is super needed. Hey, Golden Lotus, how are you? Hey. Hi. Let's see. It's in the 70s right now. English is spoken, so if you were to come to Zambia and visit Lusaka or any major city, you would be, hey, Golden. Hey, how you doing? Learning to speak, read, and write it. Oh, that's awesome. You got Chinese. I need that in the pocket. Look, Demi, you handle the French, and I'll handle the Chinese, because I don't want to learn French. I started as a kid, and all I know is this. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. And I still am just like, I don't know what I'm saying. I know I'm saying the days of the week, but unless I sing it and like use my hands, I don't know what day is like Saturday. So, you keep the French, I'll handle the Chinese, and I think we're in business. We got it. We're basically taking over the world with that one. Any other questions, y'all? I wish it was scoping during the day so I could show you more. Did I find it easier to learn to speak Chinese? Actually, that's such a good question, Mitty Mouse. It was easier in that I know how tone works. So because English is not my sole language, have I been to China? No, girl. I almost went many times. In that, like, I wanted to go, but I never took the step. I almost went this summer, but I didn't really take the steps to go. Eventually, I would like to go, and I want to go to Beijing, because the Chinese that I speak, the Chinese that I learned, and the Chinese that they just do over there is the one that, I'm most familiar with. So, Beijing for sure. But then I hear not to go to Beijing, and I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, China's boss. Did I find it easier to learn Chinese? Yes. So, not so much easier to learn, but easier to speak. When I speak with native Chinese folks, they compliment my tone and pronunciation a lot, because even my professor, when I took the program, she said it was really on point, because my tongue, my mouth my throat is used to moving in the Zambian languages. My brother's sleeping, yo. Is used to moving in the different tones. The same thing happens to me when I speak Dutch to people. Okay, cool. So, hey, what other languages do you speak, Mitty? What other languages do you speak? The fact that I'm able to hit the R in Chinese and hit the tones, plus I practice a lot because I'm insane with perfectionism. I'm a recovering perfectionist. Yeah, my tone is on point. People are like, oh my god, I thought you were native. Now they're just pulling my leg, but I do believe there's something in my tone that's spot on. I only speak English, but I know some Japanese. Oh, what's my sign? I do, and I know some Russian. I hear you. Minnie Mouse, do you watch anime? I guess, Demi, guess. I want you to guess what my sign is. I want to know what your hunch is. I know you have a hunch. Virgo. You know what? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't do me like that, Demi. Don't do me like that. Good, you should. You should give yourself props. I'm a Libra. I am a proud Libra. Scorpio. Are you a Scorpio? Am I a Scorpio? No, I'm not a Scorpio. I'm not even close to a cusp. My birthday is on October 12th. I am a Libra, proud Libra. Yeah. Are you a Scorpio? What is your sign to me? Gemini? Oh, my sister's a Gemini. I love Geminis. What up, girl? We're basically besties now. Aquarius? Oh, I heard Libra and Aquarius get on really well. This is a great scope. This turned out to be a great scope. What else is it? All your sisters are Geminis? Damn. That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's super awesome. Peak, what is your horoscope sign? What is your sun sign? Do you know what it is? We're all air signs. Oh, you're good with your scope, with your astrology. That's good. That's really good. I'm gonna follow you guys. Most of my family. Wow. What's going on? 9 months before that. Shut up, Peak. You're October 11th. Hey, birthday! Oh my god. Yes, I love that. You're a Libra. We are so talented. Like, brush our shoulders off. Am I right? That's awesome. Replay viewer, have you been here the whole time? Because if you have, you know you deserve a pat on the back, right? This scope went so many ways. Air signs rule. I just think the people in this room are really awesome. We are really clever. I'll take it. I love this. This is awesome. Replay viewer, if you're still here, baby, you are a super trooper. My gosh. You know, I don't feel like I'm good at art, but then I look at some of the things I do, I'm creative in a different way. Not so much in, like, the traditional ways. Let me just put it that way. Like, I like making my own soap. I like making my own this, that, and the other. We're great at communicating. Is that so? Okay, air signs, look at us go. Shoot. I didn't know that. I didn't know that about air signs. Cool. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, it's a shame. Oh, you make soap too? Are we separated at birth? Yeah, no, I the creativity, right? That's how my creativity. Hey, 1, 2, 3, hey, real, how are you? We are honest. Like, air signs just seem to be the best. We're just up in here ruling stuff. I love, like, making my own things. I like working with my hands. I'm an artist in traditional art. See, now that Mitty Mouse is baller. That is amazing. Yo, if you guys have Snapchat, this is my Snapchat. It's Yongo10. YONGO10. What up, Snapchat Brigade? Sarah! You're extremely creative. What else do you do, Demi? Yo, I just shared my Snapchat, and Sarah, like, is my amazing Snap. You don't have Snap? Oh, Demi. Snap is, you have IG. IG is like, I do drive-bys on IG. But Snap is like my bae. Thank you for the positivity. The positivity in here is amazing. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you. You know you helped create this, right, Mitty? I can't easily decide. Do you? Oh no, I missed that. Ooh. Oh no, am I lagging? Have I been lagging this whole time? You guys are troopers. I'm sorry about that. I think it's because I got a phone call. I'm in another country and I'm still getting phone calls. I bet you it's like insurance. They could penetrate any barrier. Jeez Louise. I don't know how insurance be sometimes. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this. I did not know I was lagging. That must be so annoying. So, I'm gonna... Girl, like, you know. 'Tis the season. So I'm gonna leave. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Jewelry, skincare, dance, write, cook, garden, design, formulate, whatever. Ooh, I'm sorry, Sarah. I think it was me. You do a lot, Demi. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is so wonderful. Okay, air sign, I see you. Dr. Chevy, how are you? I'm just about to exit. This was a no content scope. Hey, Dr. Chevy. This is a note, though. Call your cell phone. Your girl, they will call everybody. Dr. Chevy, this is a no-content scope. I was just sharing about Zambia. We talked about traditions, culture, religion. I spoke a bit of the languages. I shared quite a bit about my culture as I perceive it, and we talked a lot about like other cultures too. So there's that. But otherwise, there was no real content that's typical. It was mostly just I feel like every time you come in here I'm reporting. I'm like, well, Dr. Chevy, I didn't do what I said I would do and I'm sorry. No, but I appreciate you being here. It was a no content scope, just hanging out. Enjoy Zambia, pour one for the ancestors for me. I will. I will. Thank you all for being here. This was so much fun. What a great time. I appreciate you guys spending time with me. When you coming home? I'm coming home next year, boo. I'm coming home next year. And my phone is dying. I don't want to seem like I hung up on you guys. So I'm going to go. Oh, I appreciate those hearts. Those red hearts, Dr. Chevy. Thank you so much. Those, what is that? Peach? No, that's purple. Lavender? Yeah. Thank you all so much for hanging out, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Chevy, thanks for sticking through. You are amazing. I'm working my way through scopes, so I've not abandoned you or your scopes. I'm coming. It's just a little time difference bother, and I'm still technically kind of on vacation, so I'm trying to spend time with my family too. It's a headache. Anyway, I will see you. Bye. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you, Mitty. I'm so happy you enjoyed it. It was awesome getting to know you too. Like, thank you so much. It was so much fun. That was such a fun time. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Oh, that was so much fun.